Issue here, back for the second part of the kind of stuff I wanted to talk about. It's really in a little bit to MatPat's video today because he's like respiking this controversy, which I had hoped died down. But so essentially, what it's all about is the new Dark Souls company, the Dark Souls company from Software, put out their new game, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and people are complaining because it's a hard game. Which, first of all, it's from Software. I don't think at any point they were like, yes, this is going to be easier than Dark Souls. They pride themselves on making super complex, really good, but really brutally difficult games. So number one, if you're mad because it's hard, why did you buy it? Like what you do, if you don't like something that a company's doing, you don't buy it. Sekiro sold really well, which makes From Software like, okay, we can still sell these really hard games. But people went off and bought it thinking it'd be as easy as every other game, every other mainstream game, and were surprised because they didn't do their freaking research or haven't paid attention to the last 10 years of gaming, where Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne have all been really difficult games. I mean, I haven't seen much of Bloodborne for whatever reason, but people tell me it's just as bad, just not bad, just as hard. Like bad in terms of I want to get through this game easily. Nope, can't do that. But something MatPat just kind of said in passing as kind of part of the controversy is people feel they're entitled to see the full game if they buy it. Essentially, to be able to play through the whole game and be able to make it through without much difficulty. Well, maybe I'll remove the statement without much difficulty. They feel they're entitled to be able to see the whole game by playing it without putting in the work. Which you can. You can see the full game. Go on YouTube. There's 50 bajillion people who are like, I'm gonna play Sekiro. And you know what? 49 bajillion of those didn't make it to the end. They quit making videos on it. But there's still a bajillion. Who's somebody who's good at video games? Maybe the Game Grumps will do it at some point. They got through Bloodborne, I think. I don't know. I know they made a bunch of Bloodborne videos at least. But so this weird entitlement thing, I mean, it goes back to the whole, I guess connecting it to the participation trophy thing, where this is the same as the participation trophy thing. I should get a trophy whether or not I did anything. I participated. But no, that's not how video games work. If you buy a movie, you're entitled to see the whole movie. Sure. I mean, if you decide not to watch the last half of it, whatever. But I don't know. Different mediums have different requirements to fully enjoy them. For a movie, you have to commit to, the 2 hours, hour and a half. Now, I mean, in games 3 hours. You have to commit to that time slot. You can't say, I think I should be entitled to see this whole movie, but have it only take an hour. When it's the 10 Commandments. Cecil B. DeMille, it's like 4.5 hours or something. Or Gone with the Wind. That's a really long movie, too. That's not how it works. With art, with like painted art, you're expected to, in order to enjoy it, you'll look at it, you might go read the little blurb description. Sometimes they put descriptions telling you kind of what it is. you're expected to put at least some effort in. Video games are a much more demanding form of this, but less so in recent years. If I want to see the end of Persona 5, I say that because I just finished Persona 5 like 2 months ago, month and a half, 2 months ago. And I want to see it for myself, like on my own copy, in my PS3. I have to be willing to put in the 90 plus hours. I could rush through the game and miss a lot of stuff. That's my choice. But I have to commit to putting my own effort into it. And because it's I took like 96, 98 hours, I committed to the 96, 98 hours. And I committed to a similar like 80 hours for Persona 3 and like 65, 70 for Persona 4. And I committed to it and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed those hours. Those games were really freaking long, but they were fun. And I got to the end, and I really enjoyed them. So it's the same. I still don't know what the heck is going on in Dark Souls, because I've never put more than like 5 hours in Dark Souls 1, and then like another 5 or 6 in Dark Souls 2. Because they're hard, and I didn't really like them that much. Well, they were just hard, and they put me off. And I try again from time to time, and I'm just like, I need to either decide to put in the time, or just not play them. If I wanted to figure out what was going on, I could go look up a YouTube video. I could go look up the final cutscenes of Sekiro right now. They're up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I could go look, but I'm not going to because I'm making a video in my car. But so this is what I don't understand. I would certainly think that maybe an easy mode is okay. I wouldn't say no if From Software wanted to make it. I wouldn't be like, no, they should never do it. If they want to, sure. But they're not expected to. They sold a game, they advertised it as this is Dark Souls, but you're like a Japanese samurai ninja dude. I don't know that much about Sekiro. I haven't looked into it that much. But I don't need to. I don't feel like I need to understand what it kind of is. I've seen some gameplay. It looks a far cry easier than some of the stuff I was doing in Dark Souls. I mean, I could go ask an expert. They'd probably tell me whether or not it's harder or easier, or how that scaling works. But so it's just such a weird entitlement thing. Because sure, if you feel that way, go look it up. You can sit down and you can watch a streamer play through this entire freaking game from your couch, and you can watch it. That's cool. That exists. The internet has been fine with that. A little bit less so of some gaming companies. Nintendo's been kind of mean for a while, but they're better. You can go do it. But are you entitled to see the full game without even putting in the effort of playing it? Because you know what? Even watching that streamer, you're going to miss out on a huge part of the experience. And that's rough. But, so what you do is, if you don't like that, you vote with your dollars. I'm looking at, because I heard Fortnite's darling Ninja could not play the game and got super mad. He was not good at it. And he like broke a controller or something. Okay, so now that we've had this little tiff, the next From Software game is going to sell less units. It's still going to sell because there's still tons of people who put in the time enjoy the game, and got the freak over the fact that they died a couple times. That's hard for me. And I say that as somebody who would be like, yes, this game's too hard. Because this game's kind of too hard for me. I don't know how it is in Sekiro, but Dark Souls is still kind of accessible. I mean, because you can sit there and you can grind stuff. If I could put in like 5 hours and train up my character, it's an RPG of sorts. You level up your guy and your defense, you put your defense way up and nobody can hurt you, and then you play through the rest of the game. Even if you're really bad at it, you can still do it, I think. But I hope we understand the point here, that whether or not what From Software does is good or bad is kind of neither here or there. Vote with your money. You all these people voted with their money. They're like, sure, we want to be hip. Let's play some Sekiro. And YouTube got full of screeching people like, no, I died in a video game. Yes, it's a hard game. I can tell from what I've seen. So, what you do after you do that is you go back to freaking GameStop and be like, I did not like this game. Return, buy, whatever the heck. Buy a Borderlands 3 pre-order or something. I don't even know if pre-orders are up for that yet. But I mean, use it to buy some Nintendo eShop money and go get yourself Super Smash Brothers, the Fighter's Pass or something. Because, I don't know. If you don't like it, don't play it. There's 10 bajillion other games. I mean, I should know. I'm trying to play through way too many games. I gotta do freaking Final Fantasy VI. I'm still trying to finish up Hollow Knight. Playing MGS4. This morning I bought freaking Metal Gear Solid 1 because I never beat that. I've never played it, and it's mildly important to that series. But yeah, there's tons of stuff to play. I still haven't played Pokemon Sun or Moon, which I still kind of want to, but that thing's beginning is really freaking annoying. So I got bored after the first 3 hours and stopped playing. I still never finished Paper Mario Sticker Star. There's tons of games to play. Don't sit there wasting time complaining about something you can't control. I'm just going around in circles at this point. But I gotta freaking go. I got freaking class. I've been talking for 15 minutes here, and 15 minutes the last video. I don't know. Oh, and on the participation trophy thing, just because I was thinking about that, people were like, oh, millennials and their participation trophies. Participation trophies were, at least as I understand it, I received participation trophies based on a system built by people born in the 70s. Because I, at 6 years old, got my little foot kicking a ball participation trophy for soccer from a 30-year-old man in 2001. So he was born in the 70s. It's a 70s thing, or earlier. Anyway. That's about it. Gamer Who Chew, out.